The death of the Ghanaian-born international diplomat Kofi Annan has been received with shock across the world, and especially the African continent, where he played a significant role in mediating conflict situations. In Kenya, he will be especially remembered for brokering a peace accord between retired President Mwai Kibaki and ODM leader Raila Odinga after the 2007-2008 post-election violence that left more than 1,000 people dead and 600 others internally displaced.
In all successful negotiations, there is give and take. Invariably, some supporters on each side feel that their negotiators gave too much. To those people in Kenya, I would say this: compromise was necessary for the survival of this country.
In 2015, during the civil war in Sierra Leone, the soft-spoken Annan intervened and advised UN peacekeeping missions on how to handle the worsening situation.
We know where Fodder Sanko is. We are in touch with him. And as I indicated earlier, several heads of states in the region are sending envoys and senior people, and those who were involved in the negotiations, the peace negotiations, to put pressure on him to pull his men back so that the peacekeepers can do his work. Obviously, we need to reassess after this incident what modifications, what change in attitude, what change in our relationship with him and others, which has to be made.
He also played a major reconciliatory role in conflicts in a number of African countries, including Nigeria, Mali, Cameroon and Zimbabwe. Annan's work as a peace negotiator had no borders and saw him work in the Middle East. Born in Kumasi, Ghana on April 8, 1936, Annan attended Methodist-founded boarding school at the age of 13 and went to university in Kumasi before receiving a scholarship to study in the United States. He studied management at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. He also attended the Graduate Institute of International and Development Studies in Geneva. He devoted 4 decades of his working life to the United Nations and was the first chief to rise from within the organization's ranks. His career in the UN began in 1962. By early 90s, the late Annan had risen to the post of Under-Secretary General, serving from March 1994 to October 1995 before being appointed the 7th Secretary General of the United Nations. He is credited for raising its profile during his 2 terms from January 1997 to December 2006. In between his tenure, he was jointly awarded the Nobel Peace Prize with the United Nations. In 2007, a year after leaving the UN, Annan established the Kofi Annan Foundation to promote better global governance and strengthen the capacities of people and countries to achieve a fairer, more peaceful world.
Dear friends and colleagues, saying goodbye is never easy. I have spent most of my life working with the United Nations. I feel it is my home. I can think of no other job in the world that would have been so rewarding.
Caroline Kamar reporting for Channel 1 News Hour.